Okay, we're finally here on the snipers video, guys. The first one we've got to do for the OPAL challenge is the LW3A1 Frostline. So let's get into this. For some reason it's been giving me 2 now, like 3 times in a row. I don't know what's going on. I never get this lucky with the technique. But there we go. That's it done. OPAL for the first sniper. So now let's get on to the next one. Okay, the next sniper rifle we have got to do on the list is the SVD. It's so difficult not getting smacked and hit by all these parasites. I can't stand them, man. They're so annoying. This is the one problem with this strategy, I swear to God. Right, we killed it. Leave the area. Okay, OPAL. Right, there we go. So 1 more to go now. And lastly, we have the LR762. This one is going to be a pain in the ass, and you'll find out why afterwards. Okay, here we go. Last 2. Right, that's 1 down. Boom! Oh, and it ended the ice staff trial as well as we did it. Let's go! Okay, that's OPAL now for all 3 snipers, so now let's get to the video. Okay guys, so here we are. We've obviously now got OPAL for the 3 sniper rifles in Black Ops 6 Zombies. So, I'm going to just quickly break down what the challenges are, because as you might have seen for these videos, I do this with all of these. I've been doing these for a few years now, where I've just been kind of talking about the camos and stuff like that. Well, I take maybe not a few years, but a couple of years. So, I actually decided recently to actually put that in the title, that these are guides, because I haven't been doing that, and it's probably been hindering how many views these videos get. So, these are obviously guides. I break down the camos, explaining how I did all the challenges as easily as possible, giving you my tips, and then I rank the weapons from best to worst and all that good stuff. So let's start off with the challenges for the LW3A1 sniper rifle. Now, you've got obviously for all the military camos to do 2,000 critical hit challenges, and you can imagine with sniper rifles, these are going to absolutely blow ass. I mean, they are terrible. Doing this for the snipers is like the worst thing on earth. It's already bad enough doing 2,000 critical hits for every other type of gun, because they just drag and they take absolutely ages. But thankfully, we have a tip that I've been giving out on all of these videos, and it still hasn't changed because nothing's happened to this technique. But the best technique to get all 2,000 of these critical hit kills done in just a couple of hours or so is just going on Citadel, or Citadel, I think it's Citadel, right? Citadel Demorts, and doing the oil trap technique. I have a video that explains that up here. Be sure to check that video out. I've put it in all of these videos, but I give this because it is literally the fastest and most efficient way to get this done. You don't even have to use the weapon. The trap does all the kills for you, but it tracks to the gun. And if you do this for every single one of these snipers, you won't even have to use the sniper to do your critical hits at all. I mean, you can make some progress towards it when you've got Deadshot Dacryon, or if you're doing a bit of quick scoping here and there. But other than that, the trap's going to do it all for you, and that's really the charm of it. So the military camos, you're going to get those done just from using that one trap. Now, as for the special camos, the first special camo for this weapon is going to ask you to get 300 eliminations with the sniper at rare rarity or higher. So if you do not know what that is, rare rarity is the blue color rarity or anything above that. So blue, purple, or golden. And you can get those upgrades by going to the arsenal. So if you've ever been around on the map, you'll know there's like a machine. It kind of looks like it's got a shield icon with a gun on it. And that thing, you can go to it and upgrade your rarity of your weapon or add ammo mods. So the ammo mods are going to be on the first slide of the arsenal. If you go right click or RB, whatever it is, on your controller or keyboard, it'll go to the second page of the arsenal, and that's where you can upgrade the rarity. And you're going to want to put the blue rarity on there and get your 300 kills. Again, this can be done with the oil trap. So you can get that rarity on your weapon and then just sit in the trap, and those kills will actually count. As for the second special camo, it's going to ask you to get 30 parasite eliminations with the sniper rifle. So the parasites are going to mainly spawn in on either Citadel, or they can spawn in on the tomb, but they spawn in a lot less frequency. So you're really not going to want to go on the tomb for this. The most common spawns you're going to get for this is going to be on Terminus. Yeah, Terminus. So if you go on Terminus, you can actually get tons of parasite kills in between on those special rounds. Well, on Terminus, those are the only types of zombies that spawn in, are the parasites. Now, yes, you can go on Citadel as well, and you can actually either just kill them normally. You can even go go down into the cellar, and I've said this before, but in the cellar, there is actually sometimes boxes that are shaking about, wooden boxes. If you break them, there's a chance it will either drop salvage from the boxes, or it will burst out and it will give you a parasite. So you can actually get a few more of them just by going down there into the cellar on Citadel, but you can obviously get this done naturally just from doing the oil trap or just doing whatever you're doing normally, and they will kind of appear and you'll kill them anyway. And the second sniper you're going to do is the SVD, aka the Dragunov. We've seen this one in plenty of Call of Duty games, and normally it's not so great, but in this game it's actually pretty decent to use. So the very first special camo you're going to do for this weapon is to get 300 eliminations with the SVD while it's Pack-a-Punch. That is the easiest thing possible. You get your Pack-a-Punch 1 at least on the weapon, and you can do the oil trap technique or just do kills normally, and that's going to start tracking. So that is literally the most simple thing ever. And the other special camo for this weapon is to get 5 critical kills rapidly 15 times with this gun. To get 5 kills rapidly, critical hits, it's going to sound really annoying if you're not good at quick scoping, which is why, again, I am suggesting the oil trap. The oil trap will actually do all of these critical hit kills for you without even having to use the weapon, especially once you've got the Deadshot Daiquiri perk on. It seems to count every single kill that walks into it as a headshot or a critical hit kill, which is kind of weird, but that's how it works. And essentially, if you have like 5 or more zombies, like, you know, 1 zombie walking in every second, this is going to get done just from doing the trap. It's absolutely nuts, but that's how I did that as well. It was, again, the oil trap. So that's really all that is. But again, if you're going to do that the normal way, you're going to need to know how to quick scope, because you're not going to be walking around hard scoping with a sniper rifle in zombies. You're going to get killed. So quick scoping, unfortunately, is the only other way to go other than using the oil trap for a lot of these. For the final sniper you've got to do, it's the LR762, and this sniper rifle is going to ask you for the first special camo to get 10 mangler eliminations. If you want to get 10 mangler eliminations, you are going to have to go on either Liberty Falls or on Terminus, right? Terminus and Liberty Falls are the only maps where manglers spawn in. I would preferably say go with Liberty Falls. Me personally, I found it easier just to kind of walk around, get a lot of space between me and the mangler before I kill them. And you're really going to want to be careful with this gun especially, and you're going to really need all that space around you when you're running away from manglers and shooting at them, because one of the main caveats to this weapon is that once you've pack-a-punched it, the bullets become explosive. I don't know why this is, but it's obviously a feature they implemented because of the type of sniper rifle that it is. And if you actually shoot those explosive bullets near to your feet, it's obviously going to take a fuck ton of damage off of you, which is why I even further emphasize using the oil trap technique for the majority of the camos on this weapon in general, because if you're sat in the oil trap, you're not actually having to fire the weapon. If you're firing the weapon at zombies coming towards you, you're going to hurt yourself. This is part of the reason why, but also the manglers, just do them on Liberty Falls. At least you can actually get some space between you and the mangler before you shoot at it. The double-edged sword to this whole explosive thing is that, yes, it can get you killed if it hits anywhere near to you, but the other good side to it is actually that these explosive bullets make it far easier to kill the manglers than if you're using any other sniper, which I think is really useful. So taking down those manglers is going to be easily achieved in maybe 2, 3, 4 shots if you get a yellow hit. So if you get one of those yellow hit markers, it means you've hit it in the head or in a critical point, and that means with 3 shots of those, you're going to kill the mangler pretty easily. And for the second special zombie camo for this weapon, it wants you to get 300 eliminations with Brain Rot equipped, and the Brain Rot is obviously a type of ammo mod. You get it at the arsenal. It's the skull and crossbone one. Don't worry if any form of zombie ends up getting brain rotted from this ammo mod and starts killing the zombies instead of you getting them with the weapon. Those also track. That used to be a problem in the past, but it's no longer a problem. So that is the special camos for all of these weapons. Now, as far as the Mystic Gold challenge goes for these 3 sniper rifles, it's the same as it is on every other weapon. Get 10 kills rapidly 15 times. That is going to absolutely blow dick if you're playing normally. Again, really take advantage of the oil trap technique, because if that ever does potentially get patched, you're going to have it real hard with this one, because 10 kills rapidly 15 times, it's not really achievable unless you're a quick scoping god and you've got some high packer punches on that are killing the zombies with 1 hit. So you'd have to be constantly going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just popping zombies on the spot. And that would only be achievable, again, if you're having the Deadshot Dacryon to magnetically draw your aim to the head automatically. You'd have to have a high Pack-a-Punch and at least some form of rarity to add to that. And you'd have to have at least Speed Cola on as well to keep your reloads fast and have decent attachments on your weapon class so that the ADS and the reload and everything is optimized to be as quick as possible. So you can obviously see how that's going to be more annoying to do without the oil trap, which is just going to do those kills for you. But that is the gold challenge. And as far as OPAL goes, again, it's 30 special zombie kills on all of the weapons, which, again, if you're using the LR762 with its explosive bullets once Pack-a-Punched, these are going to be a lot easier to do, but also a little bit more risky to do, considering, you know, the proximity between you and the zombie. You've got to really keep that in mind so you're not injuring yourself. All 3 of these snipers, to do these special zombie kills, the fastest way is either going to be going on the tomb, which I've made a video about, again, up here. I explained, you know, how that works, but essentially it's like a part of the Ice Staff Easter egg. It's like the beginning of the Ice Staff trials, basically. When you go into the Ice Staff trials, you will actually be able to infinitely glitch. Well, not completely infinitely, but it seems infinite because you can do it for maybe like 10, 15 times before it stops working. So what you're doing with that is you're technically going in and out of the trials, causing special zombies to spawn in. Sometimes you can get 2 or more of them spawning in, which is quite rare, but that can happen. And you can really get this done super early into your tomb match. Like, you probably only have to take 10, 15 minutes to get that thing set up. But another way you can do it, again, is the oil trap. If you just sit around on Citadel and you let the Doppelgast run into the oil trap, those can also be done, but it's just a bit slower, because keep in mind, with the oil trap, you're only really going to see Doppelgasts running in there after round 11 and onwards, and that's only going to really pick up the pace at around round 30. So the Citadel technique does work, but it's a lot slower, so I prefer the tomb. But anyway, we're going to rank these, and honestly, it's going to be kind of, I guess it's going to be kind of simple, because really, I would say they're ranked in the order that they come, especially for zombies, because in zombies, we are favoring ADS like no other. Like, multiplayer ADS is important, but in this, we're favoring ADS and rechambering speed and all that over the power of it, because Pack-a-Punching can improve the powering, so can the rarity upgrade. So we're not really too bothered about that. And I have to honestly say, at the very top, it's going to be the LW3A1 Frostline. Absolutely has to go at the top. It has the most accuracy, it's the most fun to quit scope with, and it's powerful, and it's just consistent. There's no real issues with it. Then second place, it's going to be the SVD. It surprised me personally, but the SVD has a fast reload speed, it has a fast ADS speed, it's basically a semi-automatic sniper, so it works better for zombies. And finally at the bottom, it's the LR762, because honestly, that ADS is a lot slower, which is going to really hinder how quick you can kill those zombies. And the explosive bullets are absolutely a fucking detriment, because you could be playing, sniping a zombie that's really close to you, and bam, you've lost like all of your shields and half your health. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't care how powerful this sniper is. There shouldn't be an explosive bullet fucking upgrade for the Pack-a-Punch. That really does ruin it. It only comes in handy, like I say, for killing special zombies. Outside of that, it's just harming you as the player. I have to say, honestly, that was the easiest ranking. It's going from top to bottom in order of them being added, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure how that compares to my multiplayer ranking, but anyway, that is the 3 snipers done for Black Ops 6 Zombies. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to drop a like on the video. It helps me out in the algorithm, and I really do appreciate it. It makes me very happy. And leave a comment if you want as well to help with the algorithm. I think next we're going to do marksman rifles, or we're going to go on to launchers or pistols. Maybe spice it up, throw some of them a bit all over the place, and do some different ones in different order. That way I can actually get a bit more of a taste for how the grind's going to be. You know, leave some easier ones to last. That's all I have to say. But anyway, thank you again for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.